All right, we begin with developing news for you this morning. A short time ago, Maine Senator Susan Collins announced ICE is ending its, quote, enhanced activities in her state. She says Secretary Noem confirmed the move directly to her. Turning to Minnesota now, we have a new video showing Alex Pretti in a confrontation with federal agents. This is 11 days before he was killed by Border Patrol. And sources tell CBS News the agents who fired their weapons during the Saturday struggle with Pretti are now on administrative leave. This unrest in Minneapolis over the deadly shooting of Pretti has become a flashpoint for debate on Capitol Hill. And even Republicans are now criticizing Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem.
He got out in front and told the president, before he'd even taken the time to understand the incident that happened in Minneapolis, that a terrorist had been killed and was brandishing a weapon. It's like this. These are amateurs in the strictest sense of the word.
But we can't just say, oh, nothing to see here, and he was obviously an assassin and a domestic terrorist. When we say things like that, it leads to no confidence.
The GOP criticism is fueling Democrats as they threaten a shutdown if funding for DHS ignores ICE reform.
Senate Democrats are united on a set of common sense and necessary policy goals that we need to rein in ICE and end the violence.
I hope we can get this thing back on track. We need to fund the government.
And this morning, the Senate is set to hold a test vote on the government funding package. Democrats have pledged to block it over the push to give more money to DHS. But the New York Times is now reporting a deal with President Trump may be in the works. We've got team coverage for you on all these topics this morning. Natalie Brand is standing by at the White House with the latest on the shutdown fight. But let's start with our Ian Lee in Minneapolis to show us what's happening there on the ground. Ian, good morning. We mentioned this new video of Alex Pretti. What exactly does it reveal, though, and how is his family responding?
Hey, Errol. So, yeah, this video came out and the family has confirmed that it is him in the video. And when you watch the video, you can see him what appears to be spitting at a ICE vehicle and then kicking at it a couple times. And the last time he smashes out the back taillight. ICE agents then get out of the vehicle. There is a scuffle and eventually he is released and he walks away. In that video, though, you can also see what appears to be a gun in his waistband as well. This incident happened 11 days before that fatal shooting. And some people may look at it and say, you know, it doesn't cast him in the most favorable of light. Well, his family released a statement through their lawyer and that it says, a week before Alex was gunned down in the street, despite posing no threat to anyone, he was violently assaulted by a group of ICE agents. Nothing that happened a full week before could possibly have justified Alex's killing at the hands of ICE on January 24th. So the family is saying that the two incidents are not related, but it does shed new light on just who Alex Pretti was and in his involvement in the anti-ICE protests in Minneapolis.
And then, of course, that video was followed by his shooting death this past Saturday. What are we learning about the agents involved in that?
Yeah, so two agents involved in the shooting. That shooting happened about 5 seconds after someone says he has a gun, and despite that gun being taken away from him. Well, right afterwards, Gregory Bovino said that the agents had been reassigned for their safety to different areas because he was afraid they'd be doxxed or their identities would be revealed. Well, we're finding out now that they were placed on administrative leave. We don't know exactly the time they were placed on leave, but that goes along with the protocol that is typical with incidents where you have federal agents using their guns. Errol.
All right, Ian Lee, thank you very much.